everybody! So, sorry everybody that I missed last week's video without any explanation, but I had a soils exam and that class just gets to me. Anyway, I spent the whole day working on my 120 question study guide so that I would be ready for the exam. So I didn't make a video. Sorry that everything has been going quite how you had hoped it would, Mary. I kind of know that feeling this semester. I had all these ideas about how it was going to be, and it just didn't turn out as I had hoped, and there's been a lot more stress and a lot more work, and I've lost a bit of faith in myself, right? And sometimes those little moments of validation like you had are little pick-me-ups that help you keep going. I've had a few of those this semester with being a TA, and it can be good. And I know how hard it is, too, to go back and see your family and then go back to work. I've been visiting my parents at their new house the last few weekends, and my grandmother died, and so I went to visit my family, and it's kind of hard sometimes to spend so much time with them and then to go back to school and try to get back into the rhythm, and sometimes you just don't want to. You'd rather be at home with all your friends and family, but I know you can do it, Mary. There's these spots like this that are all dead and emotional roller coasters and they're hard, but somewhere in the future is that really fun part of the roller coaster where you laugh and you get all dizzy and have fun. And whether in your life that moment just comes or you make it come, I know it's gonna get there, Mary. I believe in you. Just don't forget that. I always believe in you, Mary. Here, we're gonna do an over the camera hug, okay? I love you. Well, after all this sad seriousness, we need a video of a dog. So I know in one of my first ever videos I mentioned the ginger boy that I kind of had, what do you guys call them? You guys call them squishes. Yeah? Yeah, you call them squishes. My other friend calls them crinkles, which is kind of weird. But yeah, that just like small crush. I've seen him a lot, nothing's really happened, and then the other day, my friend forced me to talk to him, and it felt like I ruined the rest of my life in one conversation. So, we're walking back from class, it's pouring rain, it's been raining all day, I'm wearing a sweater, I have pigtails in, yes, college wearing pigtails. I looked like a middle schooler, probably. I was wet, and I kind of felt like a hobo, actually, but, I pointed him out to her, and she said, "You're gonna talk to him," and I said, "No, like, I'm not ready." She grabbed my arm and pulled me along, and we followed him for, like, a minute or two to his next class that he was late for because no one else was around, and she was like, "You gotta talk to him," and she was, like, talking really loud to me, hoping he'd turn around and look at us, and it was all kinds of embarrassments, and I knew I couldn't get out of it without talking to him because she wouldn't let me go. So I said, "Okay, I will." So I went up and I tapped on his shoulder and said, "Hi," and he says, "Hi." And I said, "I've seen you around and I think you're cool. I want to introduce myself." And I was like, "My name's Breezy," and I said it so fast. He's like, "It's what?" And I was like, "Oh, it's Breezy." He's like, "Oh, cool." But he's just totally distracted about going to class. And you know, the logical thing would have been to like walk with him to the next into the building he was going into, ask him about his major, friendly, all that. Instead, I kind of stopped walking and he kept walking to the building. He said, "What's your name?" And he said, "Ben." I was like, "Cool, nice to meet you." And then I ran away. That sounded better than it was, but it was like the movies where the girl tries to talk to her crush and like her tongue is all tied up and she says nothing logical. That's what happened. And then I just ran away. Just left. So, something like this has happened in the past before where I embarrass myself and then I just get over the crush really fast. And that's what's happened. He's still adorable when I see him. And maybe he'll forget who I am. But man, it was just such a bad moment. That's my life. It was so awkward. Awkward soup all in one. My friend wants to write a song though now called Ginger in the Rain. Today I discovered something interesting. So when I was little, I loved birds. And like, I liked them when I was little, and then I got a book that was Birds of Idaho, and I would flip through and I'd look through all the birds, and I'd be like, oh, this one's so cool, I can't wait to see this one. And I had all this, like, there was this northern flicker woodpecker that used to bang on my roof at 5 in the morning, and we just had this, like, relationship of just hate. And I had all these interactions with birds. I had a huge bird feeder that would have like 50 birds at it at a time, and they were just a big part of my life. And so I got an app the other day for birds, and it has all the calls on there. And today I heard a bird, and I think that's a chickadee. So I looked it up today and listened to the sound, and I started listening to the sounds of other birds on the app, and I started realizing that they bring memories back. It's like going through a journal. I'd listen to the western bluebird, and it just brought images of the backyard that I grew up in, and hearing the birds, and I could see them flitting around in my mind, and it was just such a cool experience. I was waiting for a meeting to happen today, and I just went through and was listening to all the birds that I recognized and knew. I was like, okay, I remember that bird, and I'd listen to its song, and it'd bring back memories or flashbacks of standing on the edge of a lake in the cold early morning, listening to the birds playing in the willows, or going camping, and just like, it was just so cool. And you don't always think about that. It was, things like that as a kid that bring memories back, but it was kind of touching because I still love to see birds, but I just don't spend as much time as I did when I was a kid, and to still remember their calls and the songs that birds sing, and to have them bring back those moments of being outside in nature. Also, this week in science, my teacher blew up a balloon.
Balloon filled with hydrogen.
Wait, what? Thanks for watching, everyone. That was my little vlog for the week. I hope that you all have a good weekend and week coming next week. Hope to hear from you soon. Machen and Masha and Mary, you can do it. Keep going. I believe in you. And hey, don't forget that the best way to make your day is with a bowl of awkward soup.